My friends, I want to welcome you to today's weekend special, this model. Now, this model was downloaded from studycadcam.com, 3D exercise number 161. It didn't came with any standard views, so I created the standard views before I shoot this video with the target that I will be showcasing the parametric capability of FreeCAD in form of configuration table, and that's why I'm going to use this technical drawing to quickly build this model, but at the same time include the spreadsheet values in there, where I'll have A, B, C, these three parameters drawn from a spreadsheet. And in the third step, I will include this configuration table to create three different versions of this model out of one drawing. So without further ado, let's get down to business, because it's going to be a rather long video. Let's go ahead and then calibrate this. Now, if you're first time watching my videos in this channel, please watch my previous videos on how to do calibration and image processing to help us with sketching. I want to keep this on XY plane, but I want to relocate this center to the center of this cylinder. Right, that's a little bit too far on the right. Take it a notch up. I should say that's enough. And this middle part, I want to use the tubes, and as I said, outer radius is 35, so 35 divided by 2, and inner radius is 20 divided by 2. The height is given 80 plus 16, so the height is 80 plus 16. That's our first tube. Let's go ahead and then create another tube, and this one, the inner radius is 35, outer radius is 25, inner radius is 17.2, which is 35 divided by 2, and the height is given as 80. So I'm going a little quicker because my focus is on the parametric side of this model. Alright, as you can see, these cylinders are 10 millimeter downward from this arm. So if I take this cylinder base as my 0, the next sketch should start 10 millimeter towards Z direction. So let's go ahead and then create a sketch on XY plane, 10 millimeter offset. So there, the sketch is starting 10 millimeter above the ground. Here I want to draw this first arm, and I want to make this arm, I want to make this sketch independent of my other object as much as I can. So instead of taking a reference of this center, this circle, what I want to do is actually I want to go ahead and then draw that arc myself. This will be on this line, and I know the radius will be 25, the outer radius of this area, so that matches the circle there. Alright, let's go ahead and then click on the section view. Here I want to use the polyline to real quick draw this outline. You see there are two lines here, one for the outer side of this arc and another one for this point. So we will take care of that at the end of this model building. For now, I'm not worried about this inner line at all. So the arm thickness is 10 millimeter across, so this is 30, this is 10, so don't get confused in here. So this is 10 because the thickness is 10 all across, and this point is 10 millimeter away from this line, so as this point from this line. Also this is equal to 10, these two are equal. Alright, so we got those obvious things taken care of. This is vertical. Now this value is 65 will come from a spreadsheet, this is come from a spreadsheet, this will come from a spreadsheet. So these are the three values that will come from a spreadsheet, and we don't want to mess it right now. What I want to do is I want to close this. So these are the three values, 3 degrees of freedom. I want to close this and rename that sketch as sketch half arm, and rename this tube as tube outer. Okay, let's create this spreadsheet first. In the spreadsheet, what I want to do is I want to make room for 3 variables, A, B and C. Now we could go A, B and C and then write those values here. Now because we will be doing configuration table, this style will not work. For the configuration table, we will must have to put those variables in a row. So we cannot do that in a column. We could do it if we didn't do the configuration table. Now for model 1, say default or model 1, right, we would go with the first value 45, 70 and 65. Let's go ahead and then put those aliases in. So A, only A would not take, so let's take AA, and so will be BB and this will be CC. Now if, as I said, if you are first time watching this video in this series, please go back to see my spreadsheet videos like that I uploaded maybe 3-4 days ago, and that explains how the spreadsheet aliases work. But in short, this A for 45, FreeCAD doesn't understand it, so we'll have to click on this value, put a name to it. So I want to stop it right there and continue sketching. So that will do for now. Let's go back to sketch and say this is C. So this value will come from the spreadsheet. So write the spreadsheet's name, spreadsheet, and say CC. That was the alias that we put in. This value is 45, is coming from a spreadsheet as well, right? So this is, no, I want to say vertical length. This is 45 coming from the spreadsheet dot, this is AA. This distance is 75 divided by 2, which is coming from the spreadsheet. So we can say spreadsheet, so this is the formula spreadsheet dot, and that will be BB divided by 2. So this formula bar can handle any formula, so we can do that. Alright, so our spreadsheet is fully constrained, right? And now I want to see real quick if our spreadsheet is working fine. So let's go ahead and say, so this is B. I want to say B is 80. So it's working. It is working fine. So our spreadsheet is working. What I want to do is now I want to pull it up by 40 millimeter. This is the width of the arm. So this is 40. I want to pull it up by 40. Right. Now I want to take care of this curvature at the end of this arm. The easiest way would be draw a sketch on this face and then cut it away. But because of the topological naming issue and with the fear that the model will break down, I want to do it independently. Now if you don't know about topological naming issue, I'll have a video link in the description. Please take a look at it. It's a known issue in FreeCAD and developers are trying to fix it. Until then, we'll have to be careful building the models in parametric mode. So let's go ahead and draw that sketch on YZ plane. On YZ plane, which is there in the middle. And I want to pull in this line. Did it pull in any line? It did not. So this line and maybe this line. Okay, what I want to do, look at this arc. This is 70 millimeter radius, but it doesn't say which where the center is, but it is the center of, then there is another hole in the arm which is 25 millimeter away from this line, not this line. Alright, so let's take care of those one by one. I'm gonna say take this arc, make it tangential to this end line, and make it 70 radius. Alright, and because I will be cutting things away, right, I want to make that an empty space. So let's make this the area that I will be cutting down. Now these two will be horizontal and they will be equal. Okay, so and then now let's go ahead and place a circle. Now this will be on this line, so this will be the same horizontal level with this center, and the given is from this point it is 25 millimeter away. So from this line it will be 10 millimeter away because the distance is 15 millimeter away, because this is 10 millimeter. So if the line is 25, the wall thickness is 10 is gone, so that's 10, and the radius is given as 6, so we got that part. Now I want to talk about one thing real quick. See, this 45 is a variable a, and if it changes, 45 becomes 50, I want this hole to move with this end and making it fixed. So making it fixed to this point will not accomplish that. So what I want to do is I want to actually take it reference to this point, so it will travel with this end. One way to do it is, we don't know what the length is, so we can select these two, place a horizontal, and say it is over constrained. I can make that a reference, which means that I just want to see how far away it is. So it is 17.082 millimeter away. I'm going to say OK. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this part, double click on this, take this reference point off. So that way it's there. It's it's still 25 millimeter away from our reference, but we are hooking it up with this end point, so it travels with the end. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to rename that as sketch negative, means I want to cut that out. So let's go ahead and then make extrusion. I don't know which way it will go, so let's say, oh, it's going the other way. I want to make it reversed. Alright, and what I want to do is I want to take it all the way to there. So 50 could be 60 or 75, it doesn't matter as long as it's crossing this line. Now I want to make a cut there. So what happens is now it's taking away things, and that's what we want to do. Let's give it a try. See, make it 50. See, the hole is moving as well. 55. I want that hole to move as well, and that's what we wanted to do. Alright, so this is our half arm. I want to make a mirror with YZ plane, and there we got the full arm. So this was the original, this is the mirror, and these two also part. So what I want to do is I want to make all of those one part and say final, or say final object, right? Alright, I want to make it refine. So when I do refining, so the extra lines goes away. So that part is done. Model building part is done. Now I will focus on configuration. Now configuration table, as I said in the past, configuration is making 3 value changes at one time. So now if I wanted to go model 2, I'd have to key in 40, 90, 50 separately. So 40, 90, 50 separately. Configuration table will make it one click job. That's what it makes. So let's focus on it. First thing first, I want to put this table in there. Alright, so I build the table, configuration table in the spreadsheet, just typed it in. Now what I want to do is I want to take a look at the spreadsheet on the left panel. It has one group named base and properties are label and spreadsheet. That's all it has. Configuration table is easy. What I want to do is these values are the one that's going into model. Come to the left of it, immediately left, and right click on it, select configuration. When you say select configuration, it will take all these values. So from there, like it says cell range A4, so A4, from that point, so after that all of these points will be part of this configuration table. So you definitely don't want to have anything extra in there. So as I said, property, I want to name the property as model, right? And group, which is this base, for example, is a group name. I want to say parameters, right? And group will be model. So the group name is model. As soon as I click on OK, take a look at this part. So keep your focus on this part. There. So we have a new group named model, right? And then the parameters is the one that we named, and then we can go click on this. It shows there is a drop down, so go ahead and then click on it. See, we have 3 models available for us to give it a try. So all these 3 models are there. I'm going to say model 2 and click here to accept. Oh, so model 2 says the arm is shorter, it's a little wider, and then this 50, which was C, that's this length, it's a little longer. So we can say, let's say model 3. So all these 3 values changes at one click, and that's what the parametric configuration table does, and that's what we wanted to do. All right. So parametric table, we did the configuration table, but let's take this a little bit further. Now we have to click on the spreadsheet to come and change the value for this final object. Let's put this spreadsheet, this parametric capability, this configuration capability within this object. To do that, we will have to put this part in a part actually. So in a part workbench, it is easy to click on this and create a part, right? And take this, so select this and grab it into the part. So to take this parameters within the part, this name is important. So I want to come right click on this original point where we created the configuration table, come to configuration table, in the property, place that name of this part, which is part, name it there, and then hit a dot. So what it does is, actually it brings in that parametric configuration table options within the part. Now I won't have to go to spreadsheet to actually, it's still there, but it won't work anymore. We can change the parameters, we can change the configurations from the part. So we can come here, so select. Now the spreadsheet is there, we just don't have to go there and then change the parameters in there. We can do it from the part. So that's all for this video, where I wanted to show you how to create a configuration table and then look at different options with one click within a part. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, this is a little bit on the upper side on the learning curve. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'll try to address them when I get a chance. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.